I have a question to ask you, so can you spare some time? Sure? Why do you change males into females? AkuOreo, I find this interesting, and on the drum call one, I always think when they find him, watch say, sorry if this is too young personish for you. Bacon. Damn, I don't care if she's a plant, she is the most beautifully drawn female character ever. I'm just gonna go on record saying Legion is probably one of the best IPs you and Wraith have in general. Having a unique feel, premise, and having sensual undertones without being porn is worth a lot in the TFTG community. The watch sold like gangbusters for a while, for instance. So yeah, yay Althea, may we all embrace our future as space dryads! To the sword, I'm gonna kill the witch of the bitch. Yay! What does that mean? What does any of that even mean? Blood! Magic! Please stop leaving these comments.
Okay.
Ugh, why does losing intelligence always make them talk like valley girls? Nothing quite kills the allure like. Do you know of a way to show a reduction in intelligence in a single speech bubble without resorting to valley girl or caveman girl? That's the main problem of, how I hate this world. I'm just hating every word. Bimboification. Just a mind change into a personality a bit more associated with empty-headedness, such as this cheerleader's overexcitedness, then playing that personality out to near ridiculousness would work well enough, I'd think. That would be reasonable if there were more pages to work with, and thus show it being played out, but there aren't. You'd be surprised how much personality can be inferred just from a posture or an expression, let alone 4 panels with dialogue. I'd like to point out that in many ways, these consultans are enslaving people and turning them into other people's playthings. You now cannot unthink how messed up all this is. I disagree. While I cannot speak for all cases, I can say that in this case, it is most likely that the cartridge which triggered the specific transformation the rest of that argument. You're responding to the main character there. You can choose to read that angle into it, but it's not required. Azula! I see her! I wanna feel those. They all said that. My personal opinion, I prefer firmness over sheer size. The only question I have is, what size can she go without her boobs becoming 2 tubs of sexy lady meat? Man, I just love to bump my head against those coconuts. Oh, wait, that came out wrong. Yeah, I would love to get that coconut milk and slowly drink the sweet milk. That way the tree can get its nutrients from me for the day. Wait, that too came out wrong. We're just 2 people easily distracted by the cocoa boobs. We can't even correctly speak what we mean. Aren't we all? We are indeed. Wow, not what I was expecting. Well, I'm just gonna go. Wow, what is this? Hey guys, can you help me to stop this? Because this is not okay. It time to stop. Seeing boy turn into girls is not okay. This just pure. I don't know what to explain it. That how horrible this is. I can help you with your problem. When you're watching a video you morally object to, there's a tiny X in the upper right corner of either your current tab or your browser window. Click that and the video will go away. I mean, does he really object? He said right there it's pure. Gotta love those expansion packs. They do make the game look better. LOL! I was trying to think of a joke with boobage, trees, and fruit, but my mind just kept resetting every time I looked at the tail. Fluffy, oh god, it's so fluffy! The tail is more than fluffy. It's the apex of fluffiness! Why does Wraith always turn into a girl? I mean, seriously, why couldn't it be me? She might just hug someone. Please be me! Who knows? Heaven? Tear. Question for you. Do you actually travel to other places? Not on a plane, of course, because Wrath is Aphrodite of them. Or do you just use references and such? The reason I ask is because you guys seem to get around and meet a lot of help. Also, I really appreciate hearing your opinion and constructive criticism on some of my works. I am delighted at this TF as a whole. I really think you've got this transformation sequence thing as correct as it would be if this was reality. Now, if only this was reality. I already think this is one of the best TF sequences I've ever seen, and it fills my heart with pleasure that it will go even further than this. Nice touches of you, though, adding macro 2 to the sequence. Understandable, since at human size you wouldn't be able to ride on them, at least not effectively. They're lesbians? I know, ew! Actually, Wraith, the transforming one, is a boy. I know it's hard to see with the long hair. Oh good, I was already thinking Star-Start. Oh, who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him? Another great transformation, AkuOreo! Now you and Wraith go have Yuri dragon babies together! Wave as you both fly off into the sunset. Shouldn't the fact that Wraith's bust grows with every kiss bring up a bit more concern? If Wraith gets kissed too much, her melons might become so big that she can't carry them anymore, resulting in Wraith becoming immobile, or Wraith's entire body grows along with it and she becomes Kaiju-sized. Let's just hope it ends soon enough before it gets out of hand. Worst case scenario, after Wraith grows and evolves a bit more, she'll get the mentality of the actual mana beast. Cue destruction of the entire world! Alternatively, Wraith will turn into a non-anthropomorphic mana beast, but that is very unlikely judging from the recent change. I don't really care much for the oversized chest outcome. Mostly just get commissioned to do that. Otherwise I won't do it. Oh, Ollie, how far you've come. Why is he embarrassed? I'm jealous of him, actually. He being a sexy green dragoness anthro with 2 other sexy dragonesses. I knows, right? But having such a sexy body appear like that might make you blush a bit to have it shown off right away. True that, but I'm also already loving her the most, 'cause she's green, and I love green. Especially with blue. Yeah, she does look good, less than 3. Indeed, less than 3. Uh-oh, it's the age-old problem, when one of your lady friends has more than one pair of breasts. Too many bosoms. Poor Minos. I hope this trend doesn't continue. I hate the bimbo labeling. Sure, Aku may have had some characters that seemed this way before, but in my opinion it really just demeans such good pieces of art. Then don't look at pictures with bimbo in the title. Does all of these transformations of a guy turning into a girl involve making boobs huge? These must please the male audience. Love the way you draw your women. So voluptuous. I always knew that SNES cartridges had superdimensional properties. Now to finish my thesis. Hi, I love the art style. Can I ask if you make a walkthrough on how you do it? Not to copyright anything, but it would be nice to draw stuff like that, so I hope you think about it, pleases. P.S. Great comic. They always have that one pose. One arm across their chest, the other on their crotch, and their thighs together and calves apart. The clothing is torn or about to fall off. She's trying to cover herself. Oh, so she's a sexy vegetable demon. Nice. Nah, she's a legion. That being said, if you want to see a vegetable demon, sit into Alouette's class. Vegetal? Angry? Okay, let's analyze the situation. We have 2 different accounts. They have the same avatar, and I checked again lately and one of them deleted their account. What? Anybody else thinking she's something of a dominatrix? Well, she did go on a brief Galactic Conquest binge once. Frankly, the second to last panel looks bigger. Yeah, they kinda plumped out bigger there and settled back down. Is it obvious that Don's girlfriend is Russian? Strange, I thought it was French. How can anyone literally tell? And the pants go bye-bye pretty quickly. When was the last time you saw a Legion wear pants? Exactly. And I think it all happened just because Don wanted a manual to his multi-blade. A prime example of the butterfly effect. The butterfly effect? Chaos theory. If a butterfly flapping its wings can cause a hurricane, Donovan looking for a new manual can cause him to merge with Simone into a Legion Queen. I love dragons! Partially because in the real world my dad likes to take the temperature to the maximum, know what I'm saying? Anyway, I didn't know you did dragons! This is Sedra recording this in December 2016. See this, Claudia? I'm gonna turn her into an alley-shaped Claudia with my psychokinesis. Claudia! Become an alley-shaped Claudia! Claudia! Turn into an alley-shaped. Okay, the ludicrous boobs do not become a combat-trained elf. I mean, think about physical bulk versus sword technique, and lower back problems. Just shut up and ogle. Amazing art, although I do wish that you did more transformation sequences where the person doesn't lose their mind or eventually ends up enjoying the experience, but that's just me. Keep up the good work, Slash. You don't want them to enjoy it? Sociopath. There's a sense of comfort in the disturbing, you know, a hint of pleasure to the pain. That's why BDSM is so popular. Personally, I'm more privy to having my mind forcibly taken over. I'm sure there are plenty of commissioners that get forced TFs. In all seriousness, though, without any mind shenanigans, it'd be pretty sad to see someone get dysphoria from a TG. I've been noticing that people tend to cringe when the remote is used on them. Does it actually hurt them, or are they just reeling from the new size? Aliana wouldn't use it if it hurt. She's not cruel to people. And besides, if you suddenly had 2 giant orbs of flesh start to form on your chest, wouldn't you be a bit surprised? Point made. You need to know everything. Quick, forget everything to make room. 10 out of 10. Best logic. Just like your punishment for constant changing is to be changed again? Seems Aku's rendition of Nis characters isn't very flattering of their thought processes, huh? Oh no! It's a giant legion! She's going to spread love and happiness everywhere and make everything pretty and nature-friendly! We're all so doomed! This picture is literally awesome. The light looks exactly like the golden glow at the end of an afternoon. It's so soft, and it highlights her shape so nicely, 8D. The texture of the foliage is perfect. The shape of her outfit is so dainty. I love what you did with the clouds. They look so, well, vaporous. Like they were done in watercolor. It brings peace and love. Kill it! I like it longer, but I was wondering if you could put in a character that's immune to transforming. That would be interesting. Would it really be that interesting? What would the point of the comic be? These are transformation comics, need I remind you? What? It wouldn't be a fucking transformation comic if Inspiration. Please kill me. Okay, kills you. By that I mean TF me. Odd question, is it a all-female roster? Nah, Gerald, who's been on the gallery on my main page, is one of the battlers, and there's others we've not shown off yet either. We just like the girls better. Do boys really have to be fascinated about girls' endowments when they get them? Think about it. All your life, you've had nothing there, and suddenly there are 2 highly sensitive mounds of flesh piled up there, offsetting your center of balance, not to mention sending new, strange feelings through your body. It'd be difficult not to be at least a little bit curious. Admit it, viewers. You would grope yourself. Yeah, teach those Tumblr fanboys a lesson. That'll teach them to type small paradot. Humanity looked at what God had brought, and humanity said, no! Beautifully designed. Breasts that can break your neck. Worth nothing. Want nothing. Karma kicked them so hard in the nuts, they disappeared. Worst joke of the year, 2015 to 2016. Does ever annoy you when Akko makes you a girl? Nope. I'm sorry, Joey, but I did it again. Oh good, a mind-fucking pillow! Run! I didn't study for 10 years to loss it! So is this really how your relationship started? No! I have no clue how you got that off these comic pages. I checked all the other pages. How did all this happen? Maybe try reading the word bubbles in the comic pages? The comic isn't about how Wraith and myself getting together. I didn't even say that in the description of the comic. Okay, I was just checking. You look fine, by the way. Onagai? Is he going to turn into a rice ball? Onagai is Japanese for please. There's also an anime called Onagai Sensei, or Please Teacher, which is probably the reference. Rice ball is actually onigiri. I fucking wish my high school was. What? Was what? Tell me, what does it mean? So imagine if you were somehow immune to the magic and was the only one at the party unchanged. How would you feel? Surely he gonna qual to army to kill that mutations. I would say while walking outside saying, nope, 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 I'm taking the train to fuck that Shiltville, nope. It's just like Lindor Truffles. You can never have just one. Politics? In my fetish fuel? Joey sounds much like what I expected him to sound like. Joey says, you wound me deeply. This card need to be officialized by Wizard of the Coast. I don't like so many darkness in the game. I have enough of demons and vampires, oh worst, Eldrazi's and horrors. I want more light angels.
She's white, so they wouldn't allow her under their current management. Maybe if I say she's trans, they'd consider it.